So it's time for us to move on. Our next speaker is from Eutelsat. It's Ralph Edeine. And Ralph, I see your job title here is head of, I've gone to the wrong tab, apologies. Head of Engineering and Technical Solutions. But to me, Ralph is basically my go-to guy on anything to do with DVB-I and the satellite domain particularly. And he's going to talk to us a little bit more about sat.tv. Thanks, Ralph.
Thank you, Owen. So I'm going to try to expose you how in Eutelsat we are thinking to reimaging satellite TV with the use of HbbTV and DVB-I. So all of you know the power of satellite distribution network. So we have a very wide coverage. We are broadcasting thousands of radio channels, and we have a very large audience of millions of households. But we can see the rise of OTT coming, and also we saw that we need to face of a video evolution of how the video services are consumed now. And the OTT player, they invest a lot in the user interface, and we have to confess that now the best experience to consume linear service and content is on an app, on an OTT app. So as a satellite operator, we need to react. And what we decided is to invest to improve the service discoverability of our service and also to enhance the user experience. But to do this, are we going to rely on app? Are we going to rely on proprietary approach? So no, we decided to go and to adopt open standard. So that's why we are relying on DVB-I and HbbTV. And I think here we can combine the two standards to have a very powerful solution for hybridization. So with DVB-I, we can redefining service discovery. So DVB-I is very powerful in order to install service lists coming from any type of network. We can mix also broadcast and OTT channels. So it's a it's a good opportunity also for us. And with combination of HbbTV, we can enrich very easily the user experience. And something very important, because today, just before Matthew will say, it's just question of monetization. Why HbbTV was successful is because we can make money also with this type of application. And we will explain you how also we can propose more monetization and add value services to our customers. So why DVB-I for satellite? So a lot of people think that DVB-I is DVB-I Internet and only for OTT ecosystem. It's completely wrong. DVB-I is to embrace any type of ecosystem, especially broadcast. So we decided to use DVB-I for the service discovery of our satellite services. It simplifies the installation, either it is connecting or not connected, and it's enriched the user experience because DVB-I is service discovery, but also we can provide metadata in TV anytime format, and we can feed directly the native interface of the devices. And also DVB-I, it's helped us to prepare hybrid open ecosystem. And in other session, we were speaking about native IP, so which is the capacity to broadcast OTT directly over satellite. And DVB-I is part of the standardization of native IP. It's not working. Okay. So that's why the satellite operator, so I have some colleagues from SES who are working jointly on the DVB standardization in order that we can put the satellite use case part of the DVB-I standard. So we have two major actions. The first one is to have direct tuning parameters in DVB-I service list. So like this, we have no more long scan on the device. You can install thousands of satellite services just in a few seconds. And the second thing is we are able also to broadcast DVB-I service list over the air. I want to speak about a concrete application of mixing DVB-I and HbbTV. And it's about the SAT TV Connect service. So Eutelsat is the leader in broadcasting free-to-air services on 3 main satellite positions, Hotbird, Eutelsat Nilesat on 7/8 West, and Eutelsat 16 degrees. It's more than 1,000 of free-to-air channels available, and it's more than 100 million of households. But the problem is the user experience was very poor. When you are installing on your satellite device, the channels are in a random order. You don't have information on the program you are watching, so it's very poor. So what we decided is to launch SatTV to enhance the user experience and to propose also an EPG. This is something very basic, but it's not existing. It was not existing on satellite. And with SatTV Connect, now we are targeting the connected device like Connect TV or connected set-top box, and we can propose add-value services to the TV editors. So the first basic of SatTV is to prepare and to propose free-to-air package based on language or country per satellite position. And associated to this service list, we are proposing enriched EPG. How to receive the SatTV service is very easy. Either you have set-top box, very low-cost set-top box for non-connected market, because we saw that on some markets, it's a set-top box market like Middle East, and this is a $7-8 set-top box. So there was a great challenge in order to propose an enriched interface, but we have to do it properly, and all the information as is not connecting, it are broadcast over satellite, the service list, the logo of the channel, and the EPG. But now we are targeting the connected device, so the connected TV, and we wanted to use DVB-I and HbbTV to do the same, but in an open standard way. So this is the service layer we are proposing under SatTV Connect. First of all, to use the DVB-I to install service list on the device which are supporting DVB-I. Secondly, is to propose enriched EPG via HbbTV. So we can have a global EPG which is referencing all the channels we are broadcasting on the satellite position. And as we are also handling the metadata, we can even propose white label branded channel EPG for our TV partners. So like this, even if they are not able to develop an HbbTV application, we can provide a turnkey solution with all the metadata. So this is a way to enrich their own TV service. And if they have this type of branded channel EPG, after we can even propose them to have analytics, so we can we are embedded, a tracking agent. So like this, we can get first information, and it's a way also to open to advertising. So my colleague Moussa this morning talked you about what we are doing on the FAT channel, but now we are contemplating also to propose some ad insertion or L or O banner deployment. I'm not going to comment this architecture. The only thing is, it seems to be complicated, but it's simple, in fact. So we are managing all our service lists per satellite position. We are retrieving all our the technical parameters via monitoring lively our satellite channel. And after, we just have to export to DVB-I backend, HbbTV backend, or the legacy TS, and we are already ready for native IP. So it's quite simple to make this hybridization happen. I wanted to highlight what we have done with one of our TV partners, which is Vestel. We did the first integration of a DVB-I client. So what we are proposing is to use DVB-I to install per satellite position the service list. And just in a few seconds, we are able to install hundreds of channels which are sorted through a list, and we can provide all the logo of the channel. And as soon as you are zapping, we are able to enrich with all the metadata, so directly in the native UX of the TV set. And also we can populate the EPG, the native TV guide of the TV set. So this is, for us, a very practical use of the DVB-I. And for the non-DVB-I devices, we are able to propose HbbTV. So we were talking just before about the SAT-TV Global EPG. So this is, we are launching this EPG through a Barker Information Channel, a SAT-TV promotion channel, which we are broadcasting on all our satellite position. And as soon as the user is zapping to this channel, we are starting the HbbTV portal, and we can personalize based on his language. We are supporting 6 different languages: Arabic, English, Farsi, French, Italian, and Slav. And we are personalizing also based on the SAT-TV service list that the user is selecting, and we can provide a full EPG on 7 days, and we can make some direct zapping from the portal to the channel. And also for the TV editor, we can propose a branded TV guide. So you have a green pop-up with the logo of the channel. You have a mini EPG, and this is a way to start a first enrichment of the TV editor interface. So we were talking about analytics because I think today analytics is the key to make the first step in monetization. So we are providing a different KPI. So we are fully GDPR. I'm not going to go too much on it, but it gives to the TV editor a first insight of the consumption, so he can know where are located the viewers, how many viewers they have. They can associate with their programs. So this is a very powerful tool we are proposing to our TV editor customers. And what is very interesting is now we are also using SAT-TV and HbbTV to reference new contents like the FAST channel. So we have the example of We Do TV, which was one of our first partners, where we were able to reference their FAST channel in the SAT-TV lineup, in the EPG, and by this way we can enhance the visibility of their services on our satellite. And now, the next in the future is to start advertising with a different type of advertising, L-banner, O-banner, ad insertion. It will depend on the market. So, to conclude, we think that hybridization is the rebirth of broadcast. It's not the end, it's just a start. So, we think that at Eutelsat, with DVB-I and HbbTV, we can bridge the universe of broadcast and OTT. And as a motto, I will say that with DVB-I and HbbTV, and with what we are doing as broadcast, is when broadcast reliability meets broadband intelligence, because broadcast is one way. With broadband, we are able to get analytics. We are able to personalize the user experience. And also, it is a first step to prepare the migration to full IP. So we are talking about full IP like in UK for the terrestrial, but we are already working in Eutelsat for the full IP distribution over satellite with native IP. And I think that the next works which are going to be engaged by HbbTV regarding also providing HbbTV on only IP, we will be part of the discussion. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Ralph. I'm going to do a very quick commercial break while you're on the stage, which is to say that at this second half of the year, we invite you all to the HbbTV Symposium. But in the first half of the year, in March, to hear more about DVB-I and DVB native IP, you are very welcome to DVB World, which will be in Amsterdam in March on the 17th and 18th. So a lot of these topics come up again. Ralph, there is a question in Slido. It's a good question. The number of channels you are supporting is very large. That's an understatement. How have you managed to gather the metadata required to support a rich interface with so much content?
So we are partnering with metadata providers. So we are able to source over more than 50% of the channels we are broadcasting. So it's So it's quite big, sorry. And after it will be depending also on the market and on the satellite position. So for example, for European market and for Middle East market, we can source the metadata quite easily. For African market, it's more complicated. So we need to contact the TV editors, try to see with them if they are exporting or they have some agreement with metadata providers to source their metadata. If not, we are dealing with them directly to get the metadata from them.
Okay, but essentially you're working with the same metadata providers, just putting in the work. Okay, there's one more quick question. So what sort of penetration do you expect next year with this solution?
So it's it's quite complicated to answer because we have two types of, I would say, device. We have non-connected device where we already deploy millions of set-top box on the field.
That's with your proprietary solution.
Yes, with the proprietary, and we're starting with the Sat TV Connect.
So it's just with Vestel so far.
Yeah. So we know that it's for HbbTV, it will depend also on where HbbTV is more popular. So in Europe, we have a very good penetration. In Middle East, it's starting. So that's why I think we need to encourage the TV makers to activate also HbbTV on this territory, because most of the time, HbbTV is not activated by default. And I think this is a mistake, I would say, because it should be a win-win solution for the TV makers and for us, because as soon as the TV is connected, it can give access to HbbTV, but it can also give access to the ecosystem of the TV maker. And with HbbTV, if there's a motivation for the user to connect his TV, because he will have a better user interface, he will have more information. After, he will consume the other application also on his smart TV.
Good. Thank you, Ralph.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks for your presentation. Thank you.